So in the first 100 days, we beat a lot of cool new bosses that were just so fun. Now we're going to be fighting some even new, cooler bosses that are even more fun.
What hit me? The fucking oxygen? This game makes total fucking sense. Let's fucking kill you and fucking blind you!
Make sure you guys watch to the end to see all of the enjoyment that I felt throughout this video. Timestamps, mods used, and our Discord link are in the description, and if you could leave a like, it would just make Terraria even more enjoyable to play. Okay, so the first boss that we have to kill is this spooky water lady in the ocean and her best friend, the ogre. On day 101 to 105, I made the Asgard's Valor, and I made a full teleportation system that was, really helpful because I was going to be dying a lot. I crafted a chaos candle, which is like a blue candle on steroids, and I also needed to reforge my gear. I needed to reforge my gear, but I was a broke college student, so I used the Defiled Rune and the Armageddon to farm King Slime for some money. And then on day 106 to 108, I accidentally killed Anahita and the Leviathan, and it was because I just teleported away when I was low, but I came back just in time and I healed. It was terrible. It gave me the summon item that I wanted, but it felt really unfair, so I decided to do it again and do it, legit. And so on day 109 to 110, I just kept dying, and I accepted the pain. It was pretty well deserved. I made a small shack for the nurse to move in, but still there was no progress. But then on day 111, I did some crazy moves.
Yes! Boo! Ooh!
An odd pair of creatures, one seeking companionship and the other seeking sustenance. Perhaps two genetic misfits, outcast from their homes, that found comfort in assisting one another. Okay, so after that, now we gotta kill some things that fell from space. So on day 112 to 114, I grinded Anahita and Leviathan because I wanted to get the water elemental summon, and eventually, I think I got it. I tried to fight the space thing, and this thing just kept killing me, man. Oh my gosh. But it's okay, because on day 118, I finally killed it. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey now, let's go!
A titanic cyborg infected by a star-born disease expelled from the belly of an ancient god. Alright, cool. We're making some, decent progress. Now, remember that plague that I accidentally released on my entire world a few chapters ago? Well, yeah, the bees there were going a bit crazy. So now we gotta kill this green queen bee that has a bunch of rockets and nuclear weapons and poison and probably a lot of fun. So on day 119 to 122, I died a lot.
What did I die to? My fucking god! Dude, that's so dumb.
I was working on an arena in the jungle, but I mined a lot of the the jungle blocks by accident. that I accidentally made an arena that doesn't exist. Whenever I stood in a certain part, it would actually enrage the boss. So yeah, I had to make an actuator system for jungle blocks, so that took a long time. So yeah, that was great. On day 123 to 127, I made a bunch of summoner accessories. I tried all sorts of things. I tried using the mounted scanner mount. This thing sucks. I also started farming a bunch of jungle seeds to speed up this jungle spread, but oh my gosh. On day 128 to day 130, I died a lot to the Plaguebringer.
No! What is following me? What hit me?
Then finally on day 131, I had that snap. I had that anime character awakening. I realized that, you know, this was finally some time to go research the game, and guess what? You know, there was actually a stronger weapon that I didn't get because I just don't know crap about this mod. I got a summon that summons butterflies, and don't be fooled, these things are crazy. I also got another sentry summon, some alien mosquitoes. On day 132 to 133, yeah, I died a lot.
What hit me? The fucking oxygen?
But hey, look at that damage. It was pretty good. It was actually so good that I eventually killed it.
Let's go!
A horrific amalgam of steel, flesh, and infection, capable of destroying an entire civilization in just one onslaught. Its plague nuke barrage can leave an entire area uninhabitable for a month. A shame that it came to this, but the plague must be contained. After killing the Plaguebringer Goliath, I made some Plaguebringer armor, and look at that. On day 134 to 136, I also wanted to get some new wings, but I went to the sky to grind for the Cloud waifu, and eventually I got it. Look at this thing. Awesome. I also needed to fight another boss called the Ravager, but I don't really care about him. But you know, here's this guy. He's kind of like a better golem. Flesh golem constructed using twisted necromancy during the time of my conquest to counter my unstoppable forces. Its creators were slaughtered by it moments after its conception. It is the best that it has been destroyed. Cool. So now we're gonna fight a god from space. You know, this sounds like fun. Sounds like so much fun. On day 137 to 139, I died to a lot of things. I died to Duke Fixtron, I died to the Lunatic Cultist, but eventually I killed it, and I was able to craft this amazing item. Look at that. Boom. Look at all those. Yeah, those are my friends. These are my friends. I killed the solar pillar, I killed the stardust pillar, and I got destroyed by Astrum Deus. On day 140 to day 148, I died to Astrum Deus so many times. You know, Calamitous was, you know, a good ways away, but man, this boss was kicking my ass. I even took Latin class. Let me just pronounce it in Latin. Astrum Deus. That's probably not right. Finally, on 149, I took some cocaine, and I was finally able to kill Astrum Deus. god of the stars and largest vessel for the astral infection. Though struck down from its place among the stars, its remnants have gathered strength, aiming to take its rightful place in the cosmos once more. After killing him, I made some astral armor, and look at that. That looks awesome. Now, the next boss to kill was called Providence, and this thing totally did not look scary at all. From day 150 to day 152, I farmed in the astral desert to make some Hadarian wings. You know, it looks almost like my name, so I was pretty, you know, happy to get it. Oh yeah, I also finished the lunar event and I killed the Moon Lord. You know, there's not that much to say because it was really easy, but yeah. And after I killed him, a bunch of stuff happened in chat that I am too lazy to read. Now, the next summon weapon to get was called the Elemental Axe. So I crafted a bunch of stuff. I crafted the Seraph Tracers, and I set off to gather the ingredients for this new summon item. I crafted all the materials. I crafted the Plantation Staff, the Haunted Scroll, and all I needed was some life alloys. So I went to the Abyss, got some Scoria, and I made some life alloys, and then I finally made the Elemental Axe summon, and this thing was absolutely insane. I summoned it and killed the Moon Lord again to get some more Luminite, and I crafted some Stardust armor. Now, on day 153, I realized that we are now in post-Moon Lord, and finally, this was the time when bosses are going to become like hell. And I can't wait to enjoy the full potential of this game. Now, before you challenge Providence, this boss had some simps, so we had to kill them first. The ever-rejuvenating guardians of the profaned flame. Much like a phoenix from the ashes, their death are simply a part of their life cycle. Many times my forces have had to destroy these beings in search of the profaned goddess. On day 154 to day 159, I kind of wondered, but you know, what this boss looks like. I kind of wonder what it looks like. You know, maybe it looked, you know, kind of like a wimp. Maybe I could kill it first try. Oh shit. I died a lot to Providence. I started making an arena in hell instead because there she doesn't get, you know, cranky. I even had to make a teleportation system to make things easier. And I made some Empyrean armor, which is not even my armor set, but I put it on as vanity because this thing looks, you know, pretty cool. I also made the switch to all menacing accessories because apparently they scale better. But since I wasn't used to having any warding accessories, I died a lot, you know, before I got used to it. But it was okay. I also took the time to stop and went to go farm another sentry summon. This is called the energy staff, I think, yeah. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It did a lot more DPS. Day 160 to day 164, there was a lot of death, like always. But I actually got it to half health for the first time. So, you know, I think that was pretty good. I also planned to make the absorber accessory, so I was farming some Shellys underground. And eventually I got enough materials and I made it. But that didn't help me. But on day 162, I got it to the second phase for the first time. And this thing is so hard to kill. It brings back its own sims to help it fight. Yeah, so I had to fight Providence and these meatballs all at the same. Oh my gosh. On day 165 to 170, what a surprise! There was so much enjoying of the game.
Dude, you literally can't see shit. I don't even know how to focus, bro. I don't know how to fucking focus. Game makes total fucking sense. Let's fucking kill you and fucking blind you. That is the most stupidest jack fucking Christ thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. Yeah? You.
Now on day 171 to 174, I decided to make a drill containment unit in order to expand my arena, but I needed some shroomite bars, so I spent this time farming mushrooms, and then after 2 days I realized that you can just kill Crabulon for some mushrooms, so I did that, and I made the drill containment unit, and I set off to terraforming.
No! Oh my god, I think the meatballs were dead too! No! Ah! I can't see anything! Ah! No! my god! Bro! Bro! My heart is racing!
How many attempts? It took me 67 attempts! A core surrounded by stone and flame, a simple origin and a simple goal. What would have become of us had she not been defeated is a frightening concept to consider. After killing Providence, I was getting I don't want to butcher the pronunciation, but I was getting this ore. So yeah, after that, the next boss to kill, well, technically is, we gotta kill Planterra's ghost in the dungeon. So on day 176, I actually killed Providence again because I needed to make its armor, because there's no way in hell I'm gonna go fight a new boss without any good armor. Also, during this time on day 177 to 180, I started killing the simps for the Devourer of Gods because, you know, loot is pretty delicious. So the first simp to kill was Cygnus the Envoy, and he killed me a lot. You know, I think he got mad because I called him a simp, but I killed him eventually. And the summon item I wanted was the Cosmolamp summon, so I needed to kill him, you know, a few times, but I died. I also started farming something called Bloodstone because it starts dropping after you kill Providence, and I started farming some Blood Orbs until I eventually made another summon item called the Dragon Blood Disgorger to try and farm and kill Cygnus easier. And eventually, I was able to kill it, and I actually got the rare Cosmolamp drop first try. Basically, there's rare variants of certain weapons in this game with really low drop rates, but they're really good. Now, this summon was a Sentry, so I still needed the Cosmolamp summon item. And eventually, after killing it, you know, I got it, so cool. Now, on day 181, I had to go kill another simp, the Stormweaver. I challenged it, and I died.
Oh,
What a surprise. But it was okay, because I killed Providence again, and I made the Profaned Soul Artifact. So now I have my own meatballs. And then eventually, I killed the Stormweaver. So that was pretty cool. Now, on day 182 to 185, I needed to kill the Polterghast. So I needed to make it a dungeon-like arena to fight it. I don't know. But hey, it didn't work out. I died a lot. So I decided to relook in my arena, and I made a new arena for more space. But still, there was so much death. Now, on day 186, there was so much death. A creature born of hatred and anger formed by countless human souls, with all of their energy entirely devoted to consuming others. It seems a waste to have had such a potent source of power ravage mindlessly through these empty halls. Now, a lot of people were warning me about this boss because it would make me very upset, and don't worry, it does make me upset. Now, before challenging the Devourer of Gods, I needed to kill its last simp, the Ceaseless Void. So on day 187 to 191, I was farming for Blood Orbs and Blood Cores to make some new armor after killing Polterghast, and I made the Blood Flare Wyvern armor. There was also an Acid Rain event, and I was completely enjoying this event until all of a sudden... Now, before actually fighting the Ceaseless Void, I wanted to go to the Abyss, so I made Abyssal Diving Gear, went to the Abyss, I farmed the Colossal Squids, and after a while, I got the Calamari's Lament, Calamar, whatever, bullshit. I also farmed Polterghast for the Ethereal Subjugator. So yeah, these are some pretty cool summon weapons. On day 192 to 193, I died to the Ceaseless Void so many times because this thing was so annoying. Its simp levels are just off the fucking charts, and I couldn't even make a proper dungeon arena because the dungeon is limited to naturally placed dungeon walls, at least I think. So I couldn't even make it larger, so this thing sucked ass. On day 194 though, I had a great plan, which I totally didn't just find off of Reddit, and I just flew outside of the world, and I just killed it. You know, so yeah. So on day 195 to 198, I would challenge the Devourer of Gods, and I managed to handle its first phase and Servant's phase easily, but honestly, this felt easier than Providence. I just didn't really know what to do yet, so I tried something new for once. I used my brains instead of my hands, and I used my minecart trail to try and kill everything, and it actually... This serpent's power to assimilate the abilities and energy of those it consumed is unique in almost all of the known cosmos, save for its lesser brethren. I would have soon had to eliminate it as a threat had it been given more time and creatures to feast upon. Yeah, so I accidentally killed the Devourer of Gods. I even got the Staff of the Mechworm, which is really lucky. But yeah, I accidentally killed it. I definitely cheesed it, but I killed it. I got a summon item, but yeah, you know, yeah. On day 199 to 200, I actually tried to kill it with regular items, but I died, you know, a lot. It didn't feel right. You know, but dude, I'm getting so many deaths from this series that I don't even care about what I do. Now, before the video ends, I actually went to the ocean and I made some Omega Blue armor because it looks really cool and I want it for my thumbnail. But yeah, this game was pretty fun. You know, do you guys want 300 days? Oh yeah, there's more bosses. I forgot. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to fight Supreme Calamitous. Oh, yeah. Oh, so much fun.